Hello YouTube. I have finished another week of work on the coast and just got home yesterday to my usual shenanigans here. And that snow and stuff that we had has pushed a tree kind of not far away from where we cut that last lina out, which was kind of there. And now that's going to be our next one in the next few days before that thing just sort of slaps down any old where. So there's always something, isn't there? So anyway, that's our next project tree to take out. I'm just down here now at the range and the pond to get some water. That's where we took that Empress tree out. I still have to clean all this lot up, this mess. There's a couple of trees that need to go here as well, that one. And just neaten this whole lot up a bit. There was, or still is, a whole bunch of honeysuckle and some other climbing vines in these trees that have killed a lot of them. So, like you see there, all that stuff, that's all dead. So that needs to be all taken out. Then I want to thin out those poplars a little bit so that the good ones like this guy here, that they've got a chance to grow nice into nice trees that I can use as a later date, because poplar grows relatively quick. So but those are jobs for when I'm not playing around with the sawmill and stuff like that. I mean, okay, the lumber, the trees that we take out there, that's a different story, but of course that'll end up on the sawmill and be turned into into something useful. But yeah, that's the overflow of the pond there, and from my little spring that goes. The newts have survived the frost. The whole pond was frozen over, and I thought with it being so shallow that those guys might end up with a problem, but I don't know if I can make that out with the camera. There you go, there's one, two, and there's one. Yeah. So those guys are doing okay. I really have to dig this out a bit because it's landing in from all the sand and stuff that washes down the creek. This all used to be water, but it's just our pond sandbank, and I really need to take this down like 6 feet or something like that in a couple of spots, and then when it washes down the sand, there's the overflow here from my spring, and that then goes into this little creek. And yeah, just getting water. Remember that yellow box that I had, this so-called solar power thing? I got it off Amazon, and after just a few months, the thing just didn't have any capacity anymore. I could just about fill that little tank, and then the thing was empty, and it just didn't, the batteries on that thing didn't hold up. So I went and bought one of those, one of these guys here, an EcoFlow River 2 Pro or whatever that thing is called, and I can easily do 4 loads of water with this thing before it runs out. And when it was really cold, I was down to 2 loads of water, but that was in single digit temperatures. These lipos that they have, they don't like the cold very much. So, but other than that, this thing is great. This one has held up a lot better than the other one. It is only about half the weight and a lot smaller. Well, you remember that yellow thing probably. If not, have a look a few videos back. I can't remember the name of the darn thing, but I wouldn't recommend buying one of them. It's slightly cheaper than this EcoFlow, but this thing just does the trick. I used to run a 5.5k generator down here to power that pump, the submersible pump, which is stupid because the thing has only got 500 watts. So, and this will fill up one of those IBC totes in about 20 minutes. That'll do me. So I'm going to get 2 loads, 250 in this and 70 in that, so 310 gallons, 600 gallons, and then I'm good to go for a week. And I'll put that in my water tank up there next to the boat. And yeah, I've got a good bit of cleaning up to do down here with brush and stuff. We had some torrential rains while I was in Hilton Head, the missus said. And yeah, this all washed out in that time. Yeah, still the brush from the hickory that came down last year that I cut up for the mill. I've got a couple of logs that I put aside that I want to cut up, the sapwood, for axe handles and such. And that's the last of the brush of it. I don't know whether to just pile that up in the middle here of this patch and just burn it. Just mow the grass down and run the disc over it so I just got dirt, nothing to catch fire, and then just pile it all up and burn it. Same with all this dead stuff here. I'll see. Any suggestions you got? I'm all ears. I left that lot over there because there were rabbits and stuff in it, and I didn't want to steal their home for the winter, so they can come later spring when they're through with having their young and stuff. Then I'll probably tear that apart or push it further in and make a big brush pile there for those guys. I don't know yet. Put your thoughts on that in the doobly-doo there in the bottom, and we'll figure out what we're going to do with that. I'm always up for suggestions and ideas. Yeah, this is this bloody climbing rose kind of vine with the prickly twigs on it. They just grab a hold of you, these bloody things. They are downright nasty. Oop, there you go. Got me. And so I'm going to cut all this stuff down. There's nothing in here that's worth keeping. The bush that's underneath all this stuff is dead anyway, so that'll eventually fall over. Same with that guy there. That's all dead, and it's just those climbing vines that are the green part. But that'll probably fall down this spring. Once the sap is back and that stuff gets a bit heavier, then this whole thing is just going to fall over. So I was thinking of just cutting that lot down and pushing it up into a pile and burning it. Get rid of it. There's nothing of any value in that. I can't get any saw logs out of it. I can't get any firewood out of it. It's just useless stuff. I wish I had a grapple for the tractor. That would make life a lot easier. May have to borrow one from a friend of mine and somehow rig my hydraulics so I can run a grapple on the front. I have a couple of hoses made up from my rear remotes. I've got enough of them. I could use that lever on that side there for it's still empty. Those two there, I could plug a hose into that and just run it forward for a grapple, and then run the grapple with that lever or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But a grapple would be nice for stuff like that. Wouldn't come amiss for the sawmill either, picking up logs and things. Anyway, my tank is full, so I'll talk to you guys later. You have a good one. Take care for now. And I'll see what shenanigans we can get up to. Bye-bye.